Y'all really are doing too much. I want to apologize to the United States of America because that child molester, that child murderer. Let me tell y'all how. Let me go back some. Cause see, people don't understand why I hate Donald Trump. My hatred for Donald Trump came way before I even knew who the fuck Donald Trump was. My hatred for Donald Trump came way before he even thought about getting in politics. So this ain't got nothing to do with no Democrat, no Republican, no fucking else. I hated that motherfucker before I even knew his goddamn name because he gave a fake ass name, David Dennison. Let me tell you how I first met him. Me, my mom, and my dad was in Florida at the Watergate Hotel. My mom was checking us in. My dad was driving an 18-wheeler. Okay, set up there and high in the 18-wheeler bed, you can look down on all the vehicles. Everybody know that. They pass by 18-wheeler on the highway, you look up, they can look down at your ass. Okay, I'm riding in the back of the motherfucker. I'm sitting in the back of them. My mom's in the hotel, checking us in. My dad just sitting out there with me. We just chilling, talking. I'm sitting. And this motherfucker drives by. Donald Trump drives by. I'm 5, 6, 7 years old. Donald Trump drives by. He ain't got no pants on from his waist down. And this little girl ain't got no panties on or nothing. She just got a little dress on. He ride this baby in his motherfucking lap. His naked ass lap. Riding this baby in his motherfucking lap. Just jumping her up on his lap. He naked now. He driving naked from the goddamn waist down. Picture this now. He driving naked from the waist motherfucking down. Now I'm gonna tell you, see, that's what he was looking for in old FBI file. To see that about me testify. They put my family in a witness protection program that I wasn't staying in. I told them, we're gonna have to put you in they told me this about, we're gonna have to put you in a witness protection program because this man we're dealing with it, he liable to do anything. Yeah, we know that. I told fuck a goddamn witness protection program. Y'all want y'all to put me on the motherfucking stand. I want this motherfucker to see my face. And I want this motherfucker to know I saw what he did. Okay, after that day, the motherfucker started stalking me. He come way up in Mississippi, stalking me. All down out in the country, stalking me. My mama, I was a latchkey kid, you know. My mom go to work, I come home, I'm by myself. I'm telling my mom there's a white man standing in the bushes across the street. My mama said, what? I said, that's a white man standing in the motherfucking bushes across the street. So I tell my godfather, get after this the same. Get after him. You know, he kept bitching and losing folks. And that's the first motherfucking time I met him. It's documented somewhere if Donald Trump hadn't moved the motherfucking FBI file. I figured when he went in them files, he was looking for that shit because I brought it up that the motherfucker was still alive. I thought he was dead long time ago, honest to God. I thought he was dead. There was so many goddamn brothers and uncles and daddies and mama over that motherfucking dead for what he did to their children. I thought he was dead a long time ago because after the people at Mar-a-Lago come up, he disappeared. He just disappeared out of sight. You didn't see him nowhere. He disappeared. And I was over in Hawaii. I got a call here from the States. One of my friends said, do you watch The Apprentice? I said, no, what's that? She said, fine. She said, are you in the States? I said, I'm in Hawaii. You can say pretty much I'm in the States. She said, look at The Apprentice and tell me, is that who you think it is? She said, find it and tell me, call me back and tell me who you think it is. So I guess and I find The Apprentice. I looked through the thing, I found The Apprentice. I called her back. I said, that's that motherfucker. That's him. She said, girl, I thought he was dead. I said, but I did too. She said, but she said, that's that motherfucker. She said, I knew you would know who he was. I said, yeah, that's that motherfucker. That's him. I said, that is him. That's how I first met Donald Trump. Okay, I met him. I ran into him again, but see, I didn't know his name then. And I ran into him again before she called me. I ran into him again in 1990. Over him by the VA. I'm getting ready to turn into the VA. Go to my doctor's appointment. I'm ready to turn into the VA. He comes off the side swipes my car, try to push me off the motherfucking road. I have been seeing that car follow me, but I ain't paying no attention. I have been seeing it. But the motherfucker went down and came back up and pushed me off the goddamn road. Made my car hit a pole. Okay, doing the long story short, I was 6.5 months pregnant. They ended up doing an emergency C-section on me because my baby stopped breathing inside the room because of that wreck. And the day after my baby, that was September 22nd, 1990. My baby died September 23rd, 1990. Because of Donald Trump vehicular homicide. You know what the bitch did? The bitch gave a fake name, David Dennison, at the motherfucking goddamn scene of the crime. Now, Grok over on Twitter brought up the incident. Brought up the accident, the day it happened and everything. They said, yeah, they have an accident that happened around that time by around 1990. But they didn't have no person as a suspect in that vehicular homicide because they Donald Trump. That's how the motherfucker. So long story short, the reason why I hate that motherfucker, reason why I wish that motherfucker was pushing up daisies right now is because the motherfucker killed my child and I saw him molesting the child. He tried to kill me because I witnessed it. And then his motherfucking son, that's another motherfucker that I'm gonna get too. His son. He shot me right down here after they killed Jessica Chambers. The man that motherfucker got into an argument, he shot me. And he tried to blame Beau Biden with the killing, with the murder of Jessica Chambers, but how they didn't get by with it is because I was a witness that I ran into Beau Biden and Hunter Biden. Hunter was drunk, sitting on the sidewalk. Hunter was drunk. He didn't know he was in the motherfucking world. He was so goddamn drunk. They had been down to the Republican convention, something they had going on downtown, to where I ended up, there was Mike Pence's son, Hunter, there was Tate Reeves, Eric Trump, and Don Jr. Trump. All of them were down there. Don Jr. and them said, man, can y'all score some dope? That's how they ended up on this side of the track looking for dope. Hunter said, I'm taking my brother home. Don Jr. said, well, he's supposed to be finding us some dope. Beau said, I'm taking my brother home. So Beau and Don Jr. get to arguing. And Beau says, I'm not going to let you put this on my brother. I'm listening to this now. He said, I'm not going to let you put this on my brother. I kept telling President Biden, your son, Beau, the United States military is covering up something with Beau. Beau got hit over the head that day with some motherfucking golf club. And the military knows that shit. And I honestly believe that was not brain cancer Beau had. And if he had brain cancer, it was from that goddamn brain injury of getting hit and beat across the head with that motherfucking golf club that day. But and the military is covering up. But they get to arguing down there. So I ain't pay no attention to it at first. I did not pay any attention to it after that. But then I got to going around, noticed. I said, damn, this white girl, I saw her walk down the street. She ain't come down this motherfucking street yet. And I knew the girl from her dating a black guy from the neighborhood. That's how all of us knew her. Because she was dating, even though he was married to somebody else or dating somebody else, he was fooling around with her. And the whole neighborhood knew about it. And when she came over here, we protected her. You know, we ain't let nobody fuck with her because we knew who she was dealing with. So she was able to walk through this motherfucker like she wanted to because we had her protection. But anywho, she come up dead. They tried to frame him for it. And these motherfucking FBI agents had a letter that a guy named Eric wrote telling them how she was killed. She was stabbed to death. They stabbed her, I honestly believe, they shot her because we heard a gunshot, and that me and the security guard who also came up dead when Donald Trump got in office. It was me and the security guard, white guy, were downtown when we heard her holler, screaming in that parking lot used to be downtown. Used to be a McDonald's down there. They closed that McDonald's after she got killed. We heard her screaming. He said he ran to the parking lot. He didn't see anything. She never did make it down to Gallatin Street. She was coming from State Street. She never did make it down to Gallatin Street. They took her in there. He said he heard her screaming. He said when he went over there, he said he saw rubbers laying on the ground. He saw the car they was in. And he said when I went back, the car was gone. They had killed that girl. They raped her. They raped her, killed her, put her in that goddamn car, and took her out in the woods and set her on fire. Burned the body. Now, before she died, the paramedics testified that she named a person Eric Hunt or Eric Trump, somebody like the guy. She said the guy sounded like. She said when she named her murderer, it sounded like it was Eric something. But she said Eric Hunt, Eric Trump, or Eric something else. But it sounded like Eric Trump. That's how I met this motherfucker. So there was 3 reasons why I hate Donald Trump. 1, I saw him molesting that little girl back in the day. 2, he killed my child. And 3, he killed the day he covered for his son killing that girl. And to remember, I told him they got their time. I'm gonna find their asses. They think they indispensable. Motherfucker can't touch them. Yeah, a lot of motherfuckers thought that too. Al Capone thought that shit too. Guess where he died at?